I'm joined now by Herb Reinhard. He's the Valdosta State Athletic Director, and he's announced his retirement, starting his 32nd year in January. Herb, congratulations. You have had a long and very successful run at Valdosta State. What does it mean to you to say I'm a Blazer?
Oh, Jim, it's been a great run, fueled by the opportunity to work with a lot of wonderful people. We've had tremendously supportive administrative staff. We've been able to bring aboard some tremendously talented coaches. We've been able to, have some of those coaches stay with us for a long period of time. And those coaches have then been able to go out and bring some really wonderful young student athletes into our programs over the years. And those student athletes have been very, very competitive on the field, in court. They've been very competitive and successful in the classroom, and have been able to graduate and then go on and do some great things, in their hometowns and in the communities that they've settled in, and that I think makes me really proud.
One thing that it directly relates back to you is the football coaches that have been at Valdosta State. Like you said, there's been a number of great coaches in all sports, but in football, your pedigree is just amazing, including the two-time national champion right now worked for Valdosta State.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success in being able to entice some really talented football coaches to come to Valdosta State, and they've had a lot of success, which has allowed them to, move on to what some people might feel are, more visible programs, obviously making a whole lot more money. But yeah, I think that's something that Valdosta State certainly is known for now. Miami of Ohio, has always been known kind of as the cradle of coaches. They've obviously had a long and storied tradition there. Maybe we're the smaller version of the cradle of coaches, but we have had some wonderful football coaches that have come through here, that have gone on to do some really neat things on the national level.
And every one of them credits you with learning how to do things correctly on the administrative side of the game as well. What's your leadership style? What's the thing you're most proud of that Valdosta State is known for when they, in athletics, the leadership, sportsmanship is something you have to be very proud of.
I am. I think my leadership style is, when I was very, very young in the profession, and when I came to Valdosta State, I was probably one of the youngest athletic directors in the country. I was probably a micromanager. That has changed a little bit over the years, but I've always tried to bring good young people to Valdosta State, people that I would want my son or daughter to play for, and then give those folks the resources to the best of our ability to allow them to do the job that I've brought them here, and then also the freedom and flexibility to do that job. I've never ever told a coach who they should put on the floor or on the field. Sometimes I've gone home and told my wife who I think that they should put on the floor or on the field, but that's always been their call. And in almost all cases, they've been very, very successful. And then I've really tried to run this department as a family as much as possible. Athletics is an incredibly stressful atmosphere, but nobody understands the world of college athletics better than those of us that are in it. We understand the stresses that coaches and actually administrative staff are under and are going through. So I've always kind of talked with my folks about, we are a family. We have to support each other. And again, that for the most part has proven to be very successful.
I know that there's been a lot of improvements at Valdosta State in the last 30 years. How do you feel the program is right now as it looks toward the future?
Well, I think we're positioned well. I mean, all of college athletics is under financial stress, like many other entities right now. Obviously, if you look at Division I and all of the conference realignment, frankly, it's all about the dollar. There's no other two ways about it. Even the programs that are spending well over $100 million a year to run their college athletic programs are needing more monies to remain competitive. That's no different at the Division II level. Obviously, we're not spending anywhere close to $100 million, but the cost of doing business for everybody continues to escalate. That's no different than college athletics. So, I think the challenge is going forward is, who is going to be able to sustain financially their programs and be able to try to financially grow them realistically, so that they can remain, competitive at the national level. And I think that's going to be a challenge.
How about for yourself? What are your plans?
Well, I've got about 10 and a half months to kind of figure that out. I don't have definitive plans right now. Obviously, I'm not, maybe for the first week or so, I'll sit around the house and read some books. But after that, that's not something I'm going to really be content doing. So I'm going to want to be active. But I really don't have, at this point, any definitive plan as to what post-retirement is going to look like. That's been something that, I've thought about this for a year or two as to, when I wanted to pull the trigger on this. So it's kind of been out there, but now that there's a definitive date, it's something that I will, certainly have to turn some attention to.
A great success story, Herb Reinhard. Thank you very much for your service to Valdosta State and athletics that we've enjoyed watching, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your support over the years. Thank you.